Hello there, beautiful ones, wherever you might be in the world. This is a video I've been wanting to post for some days now, but it hasn't felt like the right time. I have that problem that I can never post unless it feels like the right time. So here I am, and I just wanted to speak into something that I spoke about on our live ceremony that we did on the 11.1 portal, and that is navigating these energies that we are experiencing at the moment. And I'm sure that a lot of you that are watching this will resonate with some of the big stuff that's arising for us in this month of January. So at the December 21st solstice, there was a huge influx of energies. There was the convergence that we had, and there was a succession of really huge cosmic forces coming into play that were bringing us to the end of an era and ushering us into a new energy and into a new way, which we've entered into now. This doesn't mean to say that things are going to change overnight, and this process of transformation and transmutation, of transforming the shadow, both collectively and individually, is a layered process, and it's going to continue for some time now. That doesn't change the fact, though, that enormous amounts of light, enormous amounts of new frequencies were and are being received, and that sometimes the physical temple can take a little while to catch up in integrating those energies. So January and February really is a month or months of gestation and integration, and really what we do now and how we respond now and what we learn to receive from this period now is going to be setting us up for the next few years. So it's a really important time to take care of yourself, to do whatever it is that you need to do to bring yourself back to center. And some of us have become quite proficient at doing that quite quickly, you know, through all that we've traversed over the last years really, but this last year in particular, calling ourselves back into center quickly so that we're then able to be that center and that lighthouse for others. But we move in cycles and we move in waves and changes. So even, you know, if you pop through and you feel like you've got it, you know, you're like, oh God, that was big. You know, we've all experienced those dark nights of the soul, and often the deeper you go and the darker it gets, the more light that you pop through to available at the end of the process that you're in. And you pop through into more light, into more remembering, into more awakening. And then as the cycle moves and something else, the layers get deeper and you're digging away, then you hit another layer and you go in. But you become more proficient at moving through those layers more quickly by allowing what's arising. You've heard me say this so many times, by letting yourself feel the sensations that are arising in the body. Trying not to give too many stories with the mind, but just letting whatever is moving through you to move through you. And that way you can make your process much easier. We don't have to have difficult processes. We can learn in gentleness, even if it's uncomfortable. So, you know, some of the symptoms that you might be feeling, I know that I've been feeling, are extreme dizziness and vertigo, nausea, extreme tiredness, swinging to big, you know, waves and bursts of inspiration. Perhaps you're feeling super exhausted, wiped out, feeling like you're getting the flu, but you're not actually getting sick. And when it gets really strong and a lot comes through and the circuits really start to fire up, there can be a feeling of like losing your mind. And that can be a really scary one, actually, because it sort of feels like standing on the edge of abyss and feeling like if you jump off into the dissolution, then you might never come back, or you might end up, you know, losing the mind. And it's interesting because that's kind of what we want in a way, isn't it? We want to lose the mind. We want to lose the critical mind. And that's actually what's happening in this process, where we have become so identified and so attached with the I am Gemma or the I am whoever and who we think that we are, that when we start to really that that starts to dissolve, that idea of who we are starts to dissolve, especially as we're spending a lot of time kind of inward and more time probably with ourselves, then it can be quite scary because that's who we've believed we are the whole time. And the mind will kick and scream. We call it mind attacks. The mind will throw up all kinds of things like crazy overthinking, thoughts that don't feel like they even belong to you, criticisms, irritations, frustrations, anger, all of this stuff that's coming, that'll be coming up for you as the mind starts to lose its grip a little more. So the thing is just to watch it, just to understand what's happening, that it's all a perfect part of the process, and just to allow yourself to see if you can witness and watch it like you're watching a movie rather than becoming so identified with it. It's really important at the moment too that you are able to surround yourself with some like-minded people that can meet you in whatever it is that you need, in your gentleness, you know, because that's really the order of the day, is gentleness. And for some of you, you'll be lucky to, you know, fortunate enough to have friends and family around you that get you. And for others, you might not have that at all. You might feel very alone in this. And, you know, there's so many beautiful offerings online. I think online is here to stay, actually. And there's so many beautiful offerings online that you can take part in, or trainings, you know, to really, because we're also really being called to be that lighthouse for others, to be in service. So gaining skills and ways of working, modalities and tools at the moment that you can use in your light work is really a beautiful thing to be doing right now. So I want to gift you a little process, and I'm going to write it in the comments below as well, so that if you want to read it, you can. But I just want to gift you a really short process that you can do every morning when you're lying in bed, when you wake up, and it doesn't, before anyone else is even awake, so no one even has to know that you're doing this. It just takes 3 minutes. So what I'd like for you to do right now, and something, I'm going to share you something that I do. I work with what's called a mesa, which is a sacred medicine bundle full of lots of different stones from sacred sites and crystals. We call them queers. And they're my team of light, and I work with them in my work and personally to move and transform energy. But I have a queer from my mesa that's a very, very powerful and very, very beautiful crystal. And this is the heart of my mesa. And I actually sleep with this queer, especially when I'm going through big stuff. And I sleep on my back mostly. I've trained myself to do that. And I always have the queer on my heart, on my solar plexus, and actually during the night I've become accustomed to moving it around the body wherever I feel that things need to be transformed. So I've swapped out a teddy bear for a crystal, and if you have a crystal that you love, I'd highly recommend sleeping with it and programming the crystal before you sleep to transform any heavy energies that might be stuck in your being that you need some help with. Okay, so I'm going to get you just to close down your eyes and just imagine you're lying in bed, or perhaps you might already be awake by this stage when you do this in the mornings, but whatever it might be, close down your eyes, place one hand on your heart and place one hand on your solar plexus. Now I want you just to visualize, as you breathe in and out, visualize yourself breathing in light through the center of your heart, and breathing that light out through the center of your heart, emanating it. So basically you're just visualizing yourself breathing in and out light, taking nice deep slow breaths, and just saying these words, repeating these words to yourself now. I am a sovereign being, and I call myself back to my center. I send all thoughts, feelings, and emotions that aren't mine back to the light to be transformed. I choose to remember that at the core of my being, I am pure light and pure love, and nothing can ever change that. I am so looking forward to the infinite possibilities that this day will bring me. My physical body is healthy and strong. And I am so grateful for, and fill in the blank here. And it could be simply that the sun rises to shine for me each day. Something simple. My heart is open and ready to receive all of the love, the abundance, the joy, and the ease that is available to me today. And I am excited to see what magic might unfold. Thank you to all of the luminous beings and my higher self that walks with me, for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me all that I need to stay in my center and thrive. I am listening and I trust. And feeling all of those luminous beings arrive to you now, feeling Pachamama as one of those luminous beings beneath your feet, all of your angels, your guides, your ancestors, all the luminous beings of light from the heavens, the sun, the moon, the stars, the constellations, all of the ascended masters and priestesses of light, feeling them all arrive to you now, just taking a moment to see if you can visualize those beings of light standing around you, mountains, waters, the sacred waters, all walking with you, working with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this precious gift of my life and for this beautiful day. I am here in service, and I send my powerful love and my light out to all that need it, and feel your love and your light going out across the planet and touching all the beings that need it most. And I send my powerful love and light into myself, and feel how powerful your healing energy is that comes through your hands and goes into your being, into your heart, into your entire, every single cell of your being. And as you keep breathing, feeling that healing move through your hands, feeling your heart expand, feeling all of you expand, feeling yourself full of radiant light and emanating that light into the entire world around you. Now take a moment to visualize a giant crystal around yourself. Put yourself inside of the crystal and see the crystal as any color that you would like it to be. And know that this crystal will instantly transform even the heaviest of energies on contact. We don't need to push away or protect or isolate or shut down. The crystal will transform and transmute. Become the crystal. You are the crystal. Now just let yourself relish that light and that clarity and that centeredness and that love for a moment, breathing it in and out. And then when you're ready, maintaining that awareness, just opening your eyes and getting ready, preparing to start your beautiful day. I hope that was helpful, everybody, with all my love and all my heart. We are all in this together. You've got this. Keep going, keep moving through. It's beautiful what's awaiting. It's magical what's unfolding. It's incredible. It's an amazing time to be alive with all of the changes, and we are rewriting a new way for us. It's going to take a while. It's been a long time that the old ways, the old map of the world has been in place. So it's, we have to break it down to build it up. It's okay. And you are an intricate and integral part of that process. If you feel like being in community, I've got a training starting on the 21st of Jan for 11 weeks of ceremony. We sit together. I'd love to have you join us. It will really help give you the tools to bring yourself back to your powerful center and to share that with others. I love you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.